Well, hello everybody. Jeff Cowan here from Jeff Cowan's Pro Talk, and I'm back with a new edition of my podcast entitled Right Service, Write Your Own Paycheck, the path to making over $100,000 a year when writing service in the automotive industry in the United States of America, Canada, and Australia. And you know what? You don't even need a college education to make that kind of money. And you know what? At this very recording, just over 20% of you doing that job are making $100,000 a year or more, but that means then nearly 80% of you are not. So what are we going to do about that? Well, I recommend you go to my website, automotiveservicetraining.com, automotiveservicetraining.com, and there you will find articles, videos, blogs, and all the tools, methods, and processes you need to help you become successful. And of course, you're smart to keep listening to and watching these podcasts, because I will help you get there if you really want to get there. And you should, because if you're doing the job, there's no reason for you to not be making six figures these days. Easiest customer we've ever seen. Well, I'm back with another question that you, the viewers, have been asking me, whether it's at my live events or through text or emails. I'm taking my most popular questions, you remember, and I'm answering them using video from live events that I've done in the past. This question is a really interesting one, because this one typically comes from business owners trying to motivate their employees. And the question is this: hey Jeff, you know, in a lot of your talks you always talk about how the lack of change, people being unwilling to change, hurts them personally and hurts and can even destroy businesses. So do you mind answering that question and explaining what you mean? And of course I will. So I'm going to give you a clip here. Again, it's from a live event that I did with the NADA at their convention. If you like this video, after watching it, you can get the complete thing at nada.org. And I think you'd love the whole video. It's a good video. But with that, I want to stay on point here. I'm going to answer the question for you that a lot of business owners ask, and that is, Jeff, do you mind explaining to us again why the lack of change it hurts a lot of people personally, and it even is so bad that it can even put a business out of business? So here's the answer to that question. Enjoy the clip, and I'll be back in a few days with another podcast.
When it comes to getting these numbers, whether it's the ones you said you want or the ones I showed you should be shooting for, the only thing that will keep this from happening is your ability to embrace change. One thing I can guarantee you about this meeting today: if you walk out here and continue to do everything the way you've always done it, you're going to get the same numbers. If you want different numbers, you are going to have to change what you do, whether it's what I say or somebody else says or something you create, because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same numbers. Change is the culprit. So let's talk about change. Let me tell you how bad change is for people, or the lack thereof it. Let's talk about the taxi business. Taxi business has been in business for over 115 years in the United States of America. They start out with horses and carriages, right? 3 to 5 years, gone. The only people that don't know they're out of business is the taxi business, because the only thing sustaining them right now are the hotel and airport contracts. As soon as they're up, it's done. But they won't change. What do I mean? 10 years ago, this multi-billion-dollar industry, if they would have just spent $250,000, which is a lot of money, but if they would have spent $250,000 on an app, there wouldn't be an Uber or Lyft with their infrastructure. But see, they thought Uber and Lyft was wrong. They still think Uber and Lyft is wrong. See, they believe that people like us are going to want to fly into a place like Chicago in February, where it's 5 below zero, get off the airplane, go downstairs, grab our luggage, walk outside and stand in that weather for 30, 45 minutes to an hour. I've done it many times. And then when your taxi cab comes up, because it's your turn, it won't be a well-maintained, clean car. You'll have to put your own bags in the trunk. When you get inside, there's bulletproof glass that separates you and the driver that screams out, "You're not safe!" They'll drive you to where you want to go, and when you get there, you have to pass your money through a little hole in the bulletproof glass, and then get out of the car and get your luggage out of the car and go inside. See, they think we're going to go back to that versus what we do today, where you get off that same airplane, you stay inside the building, you pull up an app, you get to pick the car you want, tells you how long it's going to be before it gets there, tells you how much you're going to spend. It's usually no more than 10 minutes. You can watch the car drive toward you. When it gets within 1 minute of you, you'll receive a note saying walk outside, and when you do, you'll be met by a driver in a clean, fresh, well-maintained car who will take your bags, put them in the trunk for you, open your door, give you a fresh bottle of water, drive you to where you want to go, open your door, take your bags out, shake your hand, and drive away, because no money has to exchange hands, because it's all done through an app. See, they think we're going to go back to what they have to offer. Away from that, they're insane. And it's all because they're going to lose everything, because they won't change. All right? So here's my opinion on change. It's my belief that most people resist change because they don't have a reason to change. Now, when I'm doing a workshop with a bunch of advisors, we go into a thing where I try to get them motivated and talk to them about goals and all that stuff. But I'm going to cut to the chase with you, business owners and managers. The biggest reason I can give you to change is this number right here, this 29%. It's not sustainable. You understand that, right? All it's going to take is one manufacturer to jump off the bandwagon, give Napa the authority to sell your parts, and give Pep Boys and Firestone and Goodyear's authorization to certify their techs. And your service department will go the way of the body shops. The only question I have at this point in time is how long are they going to let that go before that happens? But it's in your hands. So if you like what you got, we can change it. Now here's what's really cool about this. It's never been easy.